Hello good people, it's me Kumaitila Kositile, your money manager. In today's video, I want to share with you my experience switching my retirement annuity fund. Before I get into the experience, let me give you background information. I have been in the banking sector for over 13 years, and during my banking employment I worked for two banks. So in 2017 I left my first employer and went to try and start entrepreneurship, but unfortunately it didn't work out. So 2019 I rejoined banking, but with a different bank. So I worked from 2019 to 2021 before fully retiring from corporate life to focusing on pursuing my passion, which is financial education. So during my employment, obviously, I was a member of a pension fund and I had accumulated some benefits. Let me take you through maybe membership to a pension fund. There are three ways of being a member to a pension fund if your employer does have a pension fund, a sub-pension fund. The first way is active member. When you are an active member, you are actively contributing on a monthly basis towards your retirement, and your employer is also contributing on your behalf. So there's active contribution on a monthly basis. The second way is when you become a deferred member. You become a deferred member when you choose to leave your employer. When you resign from employment for whatever reason, you become a deferred member with deferred benefits. The third way is when you become a pensioner. Pensioner is now when you have reached your retirement age and your benefits are going to be taken and used to purchase what is called a retirement annuity, which is going to pay you a stream of income on a monthly basis. You're now a pensioner. So I have had an opportunity to be an active member and to be a deferred member. So when I left my first employer, I became a deferred member with deferred benefits, and I had accumulated these benefits. So this is what happened. As a deferred member, you've got options. The first option is you can decide to leave your deferred benefits with the pension as is, and it's going to be invested there, it's going to grow there until you reach your retirement age. The second option is you can take out your deferred benefits, go and purchase your own retirement annuity with an approved service provider. So these are the options that are available for you. So in my case, I exercised both options. I exercised both options with my two employers. With the first employer, because the fund was not really too big, I decided to take out my deferred benefits and purchase a retirement annuity. That's number one. Number two, with my other former employer, because they had a big pension fund and also the rules were quite favorable, the retirement age is 50, and because of the size of the pension fund, they can negotiate better terms, I decided to leave my deferred benefits there so they can grow there and accumulate a little bit of a return for me. So I'm happy with that. So now let me take you through these other deferred benefits that I used to purchase a retirement annuity. So 2019, on the 1st of August 2019, this is when I purchased the retirement annuity, and I had a lump sum benefits of 271,767 bula. Let's forget about the tabs. This is the money that I took to a retirement service provider to purchase a retirement annuity. So fast forward, on the 21st of November 2023, we received our benefits projection statement for the first time ever, and I was so looking forward to receiving the statements because I always want to see how my money is doing. This is my money, I need to know how the money is doing. So I got a shocking revelation. I looked at the statement and I looked at the projections. Okay, the total lump sum that I had invested was correct, but when I looked at the benefits that I would get after 32 years of putting the money there, it did not make sense to me, because that total was only 428,115 plus 16 thebe. That is just a growth of 156,347 plus 38 thebe over a span of 32 years. Remember, for me to make this decision to move my deferred benefits, I had a quotation. There was an original quotation that I based my decision on, and these did not correspond to the original quotation that I based my decision on. So I had to do a little bit of investigating. As I was reading through my statement, I realized that funds were invested in a model that I did not sign for. I'm saying that I did not sign for because I don't understand the model. I don't have any background information on the model. So it does not make sense to me how I would choose this particular model. And that model is Sharia Model Portfolio Fund. This is a model that uses Islamic principles. I'm not Islamic to start with, so why would I invest using Islamic principles? I am investing because I want a return. I am investing because I want my money, interest to compound on my money, and I want growth. I was angry, yes, but as I was reading through the policy document, I realized that, I've got an opportunity to switch the fund. But what made me angry was I wanted to understand how the switch happened, because I don't remember signing up for it. December, around maybe the 13th, somewhere there, I visited the service providers' offices, and my objectives of visiting was first to understand how the switch happened and to request for the original quotation that I based my decision on, and thirdly to request for a switch, my fund to be switched from this model to a totally different model. So I went there, I inquired, and first I requested for the original documentation, and unfortunately I was not able to get them for unknown reasons. I don't know, because I did not get any concrete reasons why I could not get the original quotation. But then fine, I said, you know what, I'll deal with this one, it's okay. And then I was like, okay, as long as I can switch, then I am happy. But before I can switch, I asked, can I see your fund fact sheets for the past quarter so I can look at the facts and decide on the fund that I want to switch into? Unfortunately, I was not able to get a fund fact sheet as well. And I said, you know what, that's fine. I'm not going to be angry. I'm just going to maintain my cool. And I now said, but can we switch? Because I don't understand the Sharia model. I'm not Islamic. Can I switch? And then I was like, okay, you can switch. But then I'm like, but which fund? To which fund? Because now I don't have anything that I can base my decisions on. But I said, you know what, let me switch to a balanced fund. Can you maybe take me to a balanced fund, or anything? Maybe just retirement fund, whatever you have that does not have Sharia, switch me into that fund. So yes, we were able to switch. Yes, that's what I did, and I completed the documentation of it. Obviously, you need to complete some amendment forms, and you have to explain why you want to switch, and I did that. So, and I waited to get a confirmation of whether the switch has been implemented, because I was told that I will get an SMS notification. So I got an SMS notification around 5th of January. That's when I got an SMS notification, and on the 10th I decided to visit the office because I wanted to have an actual document that I could file as proof that indeed I was switched out of the Sharia model into a retirement annuity fund of some sort, nothing to do with the Sharia fund model. And indeed I was able to get that. On the 10th, when I went, I met a very lovely lady who gave me top-notch service. She was able to print out a transaction history of my retirement policy, and indeed it was there on the transaction list that the fund has been switched. The fund was actually switched out on the 29th of December 2023 and switched into the retirement annuity fund on the 29th of December 2023. So because of how she received me, I felt a little bit comfortable, and then I went back again. I asked her, is it possible for me maybe to get a record of when my retirement annuity was invested into a Sharia model, or what happened. So she looked, and fortunately again she was able to print out a transaction history from the inception of the policy. And upon investigating this, I realized that just from the inception, my investment was split into two funds. 50% into the Sharia Model Portfolio Fund and 50% into Retirement Annuity Fund. But obviously the Sharia Model is not giving me the desired growth, and I was like, but why? How did this happen? Only the original quotation could reveal this for us, but unfortunately I was not able to get this. But I said, as long as I have switched out of this, I am happy. So I am looking forward to receiving my benefits projection statement this year, November of 2024, to see indeed that I am out of this model that I don't understand, and I'm into something that could give me a desired return. So what are the key takeaways that I want to leave with you today from sharing this experience with you? Number one is, please, for all your policies, make sure that you always update them. First, make sure that your beneficiary details are updated. Second, make sure that your money is invested according to your wishes. Guys, remember that we are investing to meet specific goals in the future. Imagine, had I not looked at the statement, had I not interrogated the statement and just ignored it, I was going to be shocked at the end of 32 years to realize that I only have 428,000. Far below my expectation. It was just going to be heart attacks. So always make sure that you read your statements. Where you don't understand, please do visit your service providers and ask questions. This is your money. It has to be invested according to your wishes. Number 3 key takeaway is file your documents. Find your policy documents. It is important for you to have an actual copy of your policy document and keep it safely. And then whatever amendments you are going to do to any policy, always make sure that you also have a copy, a stamped copy of that amendment. File it, because you will never know what might happen in the future. This, you are making sure that you are protecting yourself. We work so hard for this money, therefore we need to jealously guard it and make sure that it's growing and is gonna work for us in the future. This is all that I wanted to share with you today. Hope you will take 1 or 2 things from this video and apply them in your own life. This is all that I had for you. Please don't forget to leave a like and a comment for me. Thank you very much for your time. I will see you in another video.